Now that you've been using your chainsaw, intermittent maintenance is extremely important. A few things we want to talk about are the spark arrestor, spark plug, and also we'll have a separate video on how to check chain lubrication. When engine power level is low, or the chainsaw is hard to start or won't start, you may need to clean and replace the spark plug. First, let's talk about spark plug maintenance. What we want to do to access the spark plug is take off the cover. Once the cover has been removed, we want to pull the cap and wire off the spark plug. Now before we go further, let's just make sure there's no corrosion on the top of the contact, and if there is, we can go ahead and clean it with a wire brush. If that's clean, to remove the spark plug, use your scrunch, the larger opening, thread counterclockwise. Check your spark plug for any cracks or corrosion. Check your contacts on the electrode. If there's any corrosion on there, you can go ahead and clean that with your wire brush as well. If there's no damage to the spark plug and you were able to clean the electrode and the contact post, go ahead and thread it back in the engine. Make sure it's firmly seated with your scrunch. Don't over tighten. And make sure when we're applying the cap and wire to the post that it actually clicks into position. Next, we want to take a look at the spark arrestor. And the spark arrestor is located on the front of the muffler with a cover. That cover is held on by a 10mm nut. So we'll go ahead and remove that cover. Once the cover's off, we'll remove the spark arrestor. Now when you're looking at the spark arrestor, we want to make sure that it's intact, that there's no rips or holes in it. Also, we want to make sure there's no excessive carbon buildup. If there's any carbon buildup, it's going to have your saw running at a lower RPM and it's not going to breathe very well. If that's the case, we'll go ahead and clean that up with a wire brush. Alright, and once that's clean, we'll go ahead and put that back on. Husqvarna recommends that every 50 hours of operation that an authorized service provider would replace the muffler. After performing all these maintenance steps regularly, this chainsaw will be in great working order.